Yeah, that's so impressive. All right. Welcome today. Bernie, welcome. Blue Moon, welcome. Aussie guy looking handsome over there.
Oh, that's okay.
It's an R. R. Is that McS? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Ooh, Sasha is dabbing. Look at that. Meta. Hairstyle. We're going to start in a couple of minutes, everyone. Thanks for joining us again. Give me some hearts if you're having a good day. And have an awesome day. That's good. Hey, my guest. Saying that correctly? It's gonna be a one lovely episode, everyone. All right. Let's begin, everyone. This is that time of the week that we warm up our host. Let's warm it up. So I'm gonna ask our host to come out. We want an amazing episode. I'm your DJ Vaditron, and this is the Tonight Show Starring Sherwin. So without further ado, welcome everyone. Let's see those hearts for your lovely host, one handsome Sherwin.
Yo, what is up, everybody? We got Diamond Rider in the building. What up, Sasha? Meta Day, what up? We got you people in the building too. We got Jules, Aussie guy, my guy, what's good? What up, everybody? We got MCS, Dusty, Kylie, what's up, everybody? All right, not Lewis. Are you Lewis? Are you not Lewis? What up, everybody? Baby. What up, what up, what up? All right. That's me. Yes, that's me. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Tonight Show starring me, Sherwin. I am so excited to be back with you guys. Now, this is our second to last episode of season 1. Yes, that's right. We are going to wrap season 1 next week with a season finale. And tonight we have our final interview of season 1. So I'm so excited. We've got a great show planned for you guys. But before we get into it, let's get into our weekend update. Vaditron, let's start with you. How was your weekend?
Oh, weekend was awesome. I tell you, Sherwin. Okay, so the first time that I finally was able to make it to one and only 106.8, the radio for
Yes.
Altspace. I tell you, I am so impressed by what you guys have done. It's so fresh, it's so unique, had never been done before, and it was so much fun. I literally had to take my headset off because I was laughing so hard a couple of times. It was just phenomenal. It was fantastic. Congratulations. Job well done to you and the team, Major and DJ Marcus and everybody else that is involved. Congratulations. It was just amazing. I had to give you guys a shout out. How about yours?
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you again for the shout out and thank you for attending. It was an incredible week in the metaverse, and absolutely one of my highlights was our show this past Sunday for 106.8. The reason why it was such a great show is because, you never what could happen in the metaverse. And so while we were
Yes.
doing our show live, you guys won't even believe what happened, right? We're doing our show live, and next thing you know, Laura Hayes walks in. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Miss Laura Hayes is. She was in Martin, she was in Beauty Shop, she was in Queens of Comedy, all these amazing things. This is real life, people. I mean, these are real people with real careers in real life in the industry who are here in the metaverse. And so to be able to
Mm.
see her and say hi to her and then ask her, on the spot if she'd be willing to come on the radio show was amazing. And she came on and we discussed her projects and we got into it and it was so fun. And she might have had one too many blunts because she did end up passing out in the middle of the set. Um, but it's all good with Laura Hayes. She's the first lady of We for a reason, and we love her. So shout out to Miss Laura, and you guys might even see her a lot more in the future because she's going to be in the metaverse. So keep your eyes out for Laura. Now, you know who else I want to give a shout out to? I want to give a shout out
Mhm.
to Blackberry and Sexy Cap. Now, Vaditron, I know you were there this weekend too. They just got their stars on the Walk of Fame, Rocketalla's Walk of
Lovely.
Fame. Huge congratulations to these ladies. Now, if you guys don't know about Blackberry and Sexy Cap, you guys probably know about a lot of things that they've done, like Black Altspacers and Metaculture and all these amazing things. Now, I got to give a shout out to Black Altspacers because it's one Facebook group that I see that just continuously supports people and uplifts them. It's all about positivity. I've seen different Facebook groups and different, social media things and people being negative about things in the metaverse and putting each other down and bringing drama. Black Alt Spacers has done a fabulous job at letting all that stay at the door. Don't bring it into their
Mhm.
home because they're not with it. And that's what I love about them. So shout out to Blackberry, shout out to Sexy Cap. They're doing amazing things and they continue to do amazing things. So can't wait to see what else they come up with. Now, I want to also give a shout out to somebody who's here tonight. It's myself because I was the DJ at the night turn up. And sometimes you gotta give yourself a pat on the back. And I love DJing in the metaverse. It's so much fun. And if you guys haven't tried it yet, I would highly recommend you guys to do it. Tribe is an easy place that you can go with your VR headset and try it out. Definitely give it a try. It's for people like me who are beginners, who don't have the equipment at home, who can't necessarily go out and buy it, right? This is the place to be. You want to be a DJ. Diamond Rider's in the audience tonight. She's a DJ. If you didn't know that, she's a fabulous DJ. And, she could probably speak to the fact that it takes a lot of time, money, energy, right, to learn the skills. And Tribe is at your fingertip if you have an Oculus. So take advantage of it. Take the classes. Learn how to DJ because it's really a fun hobby, and I recommend it to everybody. So that's my little
Great.
tribe spiel. But let's go ahead and talk about what's going on tonight. We've got African Princess and King on the show. I'm so excited. They're backstage right now as we speak. Now, you guys know they are a real couple in real life. They met here in the metaverse. So we're going to talk to them about how they met, how they fell in love, and all the amazing things that they've done here and continue to do in the metaverse. But before we get to them, you guys know my favorite part, or one of my favorite parts, is the Daily Dish. Yes, this is my part where I like to just dive into topics, whether it's pop culture or politics, whatever it might be. This is that time. Now, I want to start off tonight by talking about the People's Choice Awards. Now, the People's Choice Awards were this past week. Now, I unfortunately wasn't nominated. I was too busy. Thank you for your consideration. No, I'm just playing. But, who else was amongst the crowd was some amazing people. And, we love to comment on the fashions, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at some of my favorite looks. Now, Laverne Cox always coming out looking amazing. I don't know about you guys, but loving what she's got on, that dress. The silhouette looks a little weird to me. Looked like she kind of looked little chunky there, but she's amazing. And I have to say, Carrie Underwood in the pantsuit, the pantalones looking amazing. I love the whole sequence that she got on, kind of looking like Christmas is coming early with those snowflakes on there. And then you've got Ryan Reynolds, who really can't do any wrong in my eyes. I don't know about you guys, but he's just so damn hot. He can't do any wrong in my eyes. So these are my picks for my favorite looks. Now, you guys know I always dog on Lizzo, right? Lizzo. I'm never happy with what she's wearing. I'm still not happy with what she's wearing. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not really feeling this getup. I don't know what you guys think. Hearts if you like it, sad faces if you guys don't. Personally, I don't like it. I don't know about, yeah, I see a couple of sad faces in the audience. Oh, a couple of hearts. I know Meta's feeling it. Here, for me personally, I'm not feeling it. Lizzo, you need to fire your stylist because she's not bringing it these past couple of award shows. So, you just got to figure out what's going on there. But you know who else I wasn't really a fan of either? Miss Shania Twain. Ooh, I don't know what she was thinking. Now, this whole cheetah print two-piece getup. Now I get it. She had this on. She's trying to bring back from music that she did back 30 years ago. But you know what? She should have kept this out back 30 years of that video. Should have brought it back 30 years later. All right, should have kept it back then in 1985. All right, now, she was honored that night with the Music Icon Award. So huge award. Mariah Carey has won this award in the past. She came out with a fabulous performance. When it came to her look, I don't know what you guys think. This is what she wore. Now, I love the outfit, but you know what? Nicki Minaj called, and she wants her pink wig back. All right, so I'm not feeling the wig. All right, Shania. Now, on a different topic, the Georgia State Senate race happened as well. The midterm elections just happened, and Raphael Warnock, the current incumbent senator, was going up against Herschel Walker, who we've talked about many times on the show. Now, these were the projected results. Here were the final results. Now, it looks like Raphael Warnock pulled ahead. It was a very close race. He pulled ahead 49.2%, while Walker walked away with 48.7%. It still amazes me that the amount of votes that he got. I mean, Herschel Walker got 1.9 million votes, and that's only including his kids. So there's probably more people out there. All right. Now, what else? One thing about Herschel Walker I thought about after he lost this race was, what is he going to do now? Right. I mean, he needs to find a new job. Now, I know that he's got that, that toy badge, and that he could probably do something like, the Scream franchise, probably looking for somebody to play Officer Doofy in the next upcoming movie. So, that could be an option. Another option is, I know he said that he wanted to be a werewolf. He actually said that during a rally. Let's take a look. So this could be an option for him.
I want to thank you for coming out. I want to tell you to keep the faith. Oh, you ever watch a stupid movie late at night, hoping it's going to get better, don't get better, but you keep watching it anyway? Because the other night I was watching this movie. I was watching this movie called Fright Night, Freak Night, or some type of night. But it was about vampires. I don't know if you know vampires are cool people or they not. But I'm going to tell you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Did you know that? I never knew that, so I didn't want to be a vampire anymore. I want to be a werewolf.
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Herschel Walker wants to be a werewolf. And hey, thanks to Lenza, the AI app, we were able to help accomplish that. Let's take a look. This is what Herschel Walker would look like if he was a werewolf. Shout out to Lenza. They're doing big things out here for us. Now, this new app, by the way, Lenza, is really popular. Actually, there's a trend that's going on right now, and everybody's submitting these photos of themselves and finding out what's being generated through AI. So, here's what I did. I put my selfie in there. This is what generated. I actually love it. AI is so amazing. It's like being an artist without actually putting in any of the work, which I love. Now, we also took some other people and see what they look like with Lenza. So let's start off with City Girl. Y'all shout out to City Girl. You guys know City Girl's backstage right now doing some of the behind the scenes. You know who else is behind the scenes right now? Blue Moon. Yes, that's Blue Moon when we generated her AI. Now, we've also got some people out in the audience, starting with Meta Day. I see you, Meta Day. She's over there laughing. Yeah, we got you. We got you. Love it. We love to see it. You know who else we did? Kitty Cat. Shot Kitty Cat looking regal. And she looks amazing. Looking like a princess. She looks like a Disney princess. What you guys think? Looking amazing. We also did some celebrities. We did The Weeknd. Check out The Weeknd. Yes, looking fine. You know who else we did? We also did, along the weekend, we also did Tamar Braxton. Shout out to Tamar Braxton. She looks amazing. And then finally, we also did Mike Pence. Yeah, so I think everybody's came out pretty accurate if you ask me. All right, well, that is it for my daily dish. Thank you guys again for listening. Now, we got one more week. I'm so excited. Now, this is our final interview of season 1. So let's go ahead and bring him out, you guys. He's a world builder, and she does tours. They're amazing people. Let's bring him out. African Princess and King. Come on out. Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
Hey, everybody.
Yes. Look at that love. Look at that love, y'all. Well, first of all, thank you guys so much. Look at all that love, you guys. Yes. Emojis, emojis, emojis. You know what? This is why they're showing so much love, because they know about you guys. You guys have been in this space for a long time, and they know about all the amazing things that you guys have done. But we're going to get into all of that tonight. But before we do, I just want to say thank you both for coming on the Tonight Show. This is a long-awaited time. I've wanted you guys on my talk shows from the beginning, but now it's finally the right time. So thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you for having us, Sherwin.
Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it.
Yes,
no
we definitely
problem.
do.
We're happy to have you. Now, before we get into everything, I want to just, find out when people got introduced to Altspace and VR and the metaverse in general, right? So let's just go down the line. Let's start with you first, African Princess. When did you hear about VR and the metaverse, and then specifically Altspace?
Oh, wow. So I got started in Altspace. So, right, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Samsung had their own VR headset. You could take your phone and put it in like these goggles. So that's when I actually got introduced into it. And I started playing, and this is like before like the Oculus Store was like amazing how it is now. It only had like a few games in it, and it was very like simple. So I started playing with that, and then I discovered Altspace. This is back in like 2016, 2017, and I got in. We were still robots then. I don't know if anybody remember when we were robots. Like, it was so horrible, but we made it work. They let us customize our robots and like change the colors on them. So of course, I had a pink robot. So yeah, so I got in, and I just started playing around, and then every few years I would come back and check it out, and then we were like stick figures, like little stick men. And we had more customizations then, and so I changed the color in my eyes, and that's when I started getting the purple eyes and the pink purple hair. And then so pretty much I just started.
Now you got Ryu bodies, and now you got jewelry, blinged out, looking amazing.
I'm all blinged out now.
I love it.
I got to upgrade
now,
my
King,
virtual BBL.
Did you hear about? Yeah, and were you the one? So King, were you the one who found out about VR through African Princess? Is that how you got introduced into Altspace?
No, actually, I had joined Altspace over 40 page. And I was like, what should I play? I just got an Oculus, and somebody said Altspace. When I first got on, I was in the campfire for like 4 days. I'm like, I don't know if this is for me. Kind of whack. And like somebody, I think it was Major, into the campfire and was like, yo, let me take you to where we be at. So he took me to Sir Saxy's spot, that first spot he had with all the posters on the walls, all the artists. We used to hold all the events. And I'm like, wow, this is nice. That's what first turned me on to Altspace. Like, cause I was about to give it up. I was like, campfire, is this all that it is?
Yeah, they only had like 3 worlds.
I got saved
at the beginning,
and I've been able to save people. Also, brought a lot of people out of campfire, showed them some nice things to do in Altspace.
Right, because when you first come in here, and I feel like a lot of people's experiences, they come in here and they see the campfire and they're like, this is it, this is boring, you know? But then once you realize, you really got to get into these spaces, like where we are tonight. Like, if somebody came to the Tonight Show, they'd be like, wow, like, this is what's possible in the metaverse, right? But campfire, right, doesn't really allow you to see all the possibilities that you can do here in the metaverse. So if you ever have anybody new, you know, make sure you recommend them to try out different events, go to different worlds, not just stay in the campfire, because it's limiting your experience in the metaverse. Absolutely. So now you guys met, right? So like you said, you both had your own experiences coming into VR. Then you guys ended up meeting. So African Princess, tell me tell me about that first time you guys met. Where was it? How was it? Tell me about it.
Such a beautiful memory. So, you know, I'm just you know, doing my little space thing. And, you know, I was just world hopping, and then I popped into this skating rink world. I think it was a Shake skating rink, I think it was called. And we had like legs. They gave us like little legs we can like skate around the little rink in. And then like, you know, it was just like one face that just stood out. You know, his face, he was just staring at me, and I looked over here. It seemed like a, you know, like a, yeah, it seemed all fairy tale. But I just looked over and I just felt his energy, and he was looking at me and I was looking at him, and I was like, oh, I mean, he looks interesting. Let me go, you know, talk to him and get to know him. So we just like walked towards each other, and he was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, what's up? And so he was like, let me show you around. There's a lot more things to see besides here. And then he started showing me around the world, and this was history.
Yes. And what I love about like also about your story and your relationship is that, you know, and just in general about finding love in the metaverse is that, like you said, it's all about energy, you know, about people's personalities and their energy, because you don't have that physical barrier that you would have in real life, because you're meeting them in a virtual space, right? So it really all comes down to the kind of energy that they're giving off, the impression that you're getting from them, right? Now, King, tell me about that impression.
I remember it a little different.
What do you remember? Here you go.
Tell us what you remember.
Yeah, tell us.
I really didn't know anybody then either, so I'm world hopping too. So I get to the skating ring. I'm like, oh, this shit boring too. Maybe Altspace isn't for me again. I started thinking that again. Maybe this ain't for me. Then she just portaled in. She was like the only other black person there, so automatically just was like, I gotta meet her. Went over to her. I didn't think she was gonna come, because normally you ask somebody to hop in this portal, they be like, nah, I'm all right, I'm good.
Like,
she was like, come on, let's go. I was like, really? I had to hurry up and get the portal out then. Like, I was expecting her to be like, no, I'm good.
Like that line in that song, Love With Your Avatar, drop a portal to the crib because it's just you and me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
Yes.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
At the time. I was on the
homeless
shelter. I was on a homeless shelter roof.
He had that Altspace home, that template.
I was homeless too.
Template.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and then what happened was, kind of translate to me the story, because then you guys actually met in real life. But was this before or after he proposed to you in the metaverse? Because I know that there was a metaverse proposal, right? And it was at Starbucks, which I absolutely love. Yes. So African Princess, tell me about what's the timeline? Did you guys decide before you're gonna meet, and then the proposal happened after that?
No, actually, no. We met actually went to go see him because I was going that way. I was in California. He was in Philadelphia, and I have family in Tennessee. So I was actually going to Tennessee to visit my family, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's just meet up. While I'm over here in this area. So I actually went to his city because I've never been to Philadelphia before. So I was like, let me go and check it out. I want to see it for myself, and also,
Unfortunately, she
meet
came
King.
while it was snowing and
Oh, I
COVID.
loved it though.
So
It was so
really,
nice. I haven't
really
seen
couldn't
snow.
afford
I'm a Cali
anything.
girl, so it's been a
Exactly.
long time since I've
I'm
seen
from Cali too.
snow.
We know we don't get snow,
Yes.
so it's kind of like it's
It
special for
came with
yeah.
these
We love
hills.
it.
I'm
So
like, you can't wear those hills outside. The snow on the
I know.
ground.
I brought. Oh my God! I brought heels.
Yeah,
you know I'm still
toes
wearing
would
flip
froze
flops
up.
and stuff.
I brought heels, and I brought all these little Cali girl stuff, and I was
Hey,
like, oh
wore all
yeah, I'm
these little
definitely.
mini skirts like freezing outside.
I didn't have a mini skirt. I was trying to
So
look
you guys
cute.
ended up meeting in person, and then that's where
Yes.
it kind of went off from there. Then you
Oh my
guys
gosh.
actually moved in
Yeah.
together. Now you guys live
Yes.
together.
Yeah. He
And
moved
then
to
you proposed in the
California.
metaverse.
Yes.
Absolutely. Tell
Yes.
me about that
And we had
proposal
it.
then, King. First of all, why did you choose Starbucks? What was the thought process
It was
behind
so
I
choosing a
random.
mean,
Starbucks for proposal?
that was just a popular space for that day. Everybody
The
was over
time.
there. We
Yeah. At the
popped
Nice.
time,
up.
Okay.
Miss
And it was Miss
Independent created that
Independent
place.
that was
Hmm.
instigating, like,
Mm.
why don't you go ahead and propose? I got rings. And she pulled this ring out. Like, this is set up. Always tell people don't play Altspace. You end up married.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Everything happens for a
I
reason.
know.
Now,
But
like every proposal, right? I mean, every single proposal has to be followed by a wedding. And then you
A
guys
wedding,
actually
yeah.
ended up having a wedding in Altspace, which I love. Now,
Did.
love how you had everything. I mean, you had the wedding dress, the veil. I mean, you put everything together, Princess. Now,
Everything.
tell me about the wedding. What did you guys do? What was it like?
Oh, it was so sweet. Shanique and Gabby, they
Hmm.
they hosted it for us, and they were so amazing. They decorated it. They got the pictures together. Did such a great job. I love them for that. Shout out to Gabby and Shanique. But
Yes.
yeah, so it was so beautiful. Like we had all our friends there, our loved ones. It was just a beautiful experience that we can bring together our virtual friends and our real life friends. So it was a beautiful. I just loved it. It was amazing.
I love it. And King, what about you? What
Mhm.
was your favorite part of the wedding? Do you have something that stands out to you?
after everybody left, it was just me and her. That was my favorite part.
You're so silly. Shut up.
It's that one-on-one time. That was the most precious for you.
Exactly.
I liked
Yes.
it, like a real gentleman. Yes.
Yes, it was
Now
really,
let's
really
just
fun.
jump right into the things that you guys are doing in the metaverse because I mean the list goes on and on and on. We have so much to talk about, but I'm gonna start with you first, African Princess, because you have
Mhm.
done an amazing job with these tours. And I even see actually on
Oh,
the event
thank
board that
you.
you have one coming up pretty soon here in the next couple of days.
Mhm.
Tell me about what made you want to start these tours. Did you feel like there was a void, nobody else was doing it? What was your thought process behind saying, okay, I'm going to do tours now in Altspace?
Well, it were people doing tour. I did see a Daisy Shaw. She was doing tours, but she took a hiatus. She took a break from it for a while. I think she took like a year off. So at the time when she took the break, this is when Meta and Facebook they came out and he was like talking about the metaverse and it became like it just blew up and like a whole influx of people were coming in at the time. And so I started seeing everyone go to the campfire and everybody just walking around. Well, me and King, we were there, and we would see people come in and like just be lost, didn't know where to go, didn't have any homes to go to. So we were like, wow, like we got to really like show how, people like how amazing Allspace is. Because people felt like King. Remember when
Yes.
you got in, you thought like it was so boring, like, oh, this is all we have. And it's like, no, y'all, it's so much more to Allspace than what you see. So we said, you know what, we're gonna do like a real like event and have people come and show people how Allspace really is and how fun it could be. Also show them how to use the
Absolutely.
controls and all the portals and all that good stuff too. And then also a place for people to meet other people, like people who are already been veterans in this world. They can come meet the new people too. So that'll be a fun little event for
Absolutely.
everybody to do.
And that really creates a really good first experience for people and I love how you guys are playing based off of your own experiences in the space, right? Like you guys have been through that time where you came into the space and you didn't know where to go and you didn't know about the controls.
Mhm.
It's now you have that experience of going through that, and now you're trying to make it easier for other people that they don't have to go through that same, process of being confused and not knowing where to go and where to find friends and who to hang out with, right? You guys are helping people find that, and I love that guidance that you guys are giving to people. Now, let's start off with your first tour. I mean, this was your first tour that you did. Huge success. Talk to me about like what
Was.
kinds of places did you take people, and when did you start this first tour? By the way, how long was it ago? Or was it like 2 years
Ooh.
ago that you started?
Yeah, it's been a long
Yeah,
time, Sherwin. Like I don't remember
long
the
time.
actual day. It's been a long time. For sure over
Yes,
a
it's
year.
definitely since I've been here.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely since you've been here. But yeah, so I mean, we take people all over. Like we take them to like gaming, a museum. We take them to the what's that called? The
Yep.
mushroom was like the
The
I forgot
shroom
the name of
maze.
that
Shout
one.
out
What's
to
that one called?
Molly. The shroom maze.
From room.
Shroom room.
There.
Shroom room.
We take them to other world builders who built worlds. We take them to their worlds and show them around. Gabby has a really cool world. It's a SpongeBob world. I really love it. It's so cute the way she
Yes.
does it, and it has like bubbles and stuff, and they can go bouncing around. It's so cute. But we take them
Uh
all
huh.
different places. We different, experiences. So you're not gonna get the same, you know, tour every time. It's gonna be a new world we discover every time together. It's really fun,
Absolutely.
and we have a lot of fun in there.
And you guys even go to some places that I haven't seen. Like, for example, like this next world right here, you guys are in outer space. Like, I don't even know where this world is. Like, tell people, like, where do you find these worlds? Like, are these recommendations that people tell you, like, hey, check out my world? Or is it
Um,
like, or sorry, did you guys freeze? Or did you hear me? Sorry, I
No,
think
yeah,
I
oh
froze.
no,
yeah,
I can hear
Okay,
you.
hear me
Yeah, we're
okay?
good.
yeah.
Okay, I thought my
Yeah, we
mic
still
froze. Yeah.
good.
So yeah, tell me, how do you come up with these worlds? Are they recommendations to you, or are you finding them online? Are you just doing random searches? How do you find them?
Well, we have
Honestly,
a Wakanda page on Facebook.
yeah.
People often drop codes there
Mhm.
and check out our
Yes.
worlds on your next tour. So that's
Right.
one way that we get them.
And we're in here a lot. So Sherman, like we was in here like remember we used to play like 8 hours a day almost, like take breaks,
Mm,
go get something to eat, come back in. Like we used to be in here all the time, like, a
right.
long time ago. Not as much now, but a few months ago we were always in here. So we would just find these worlds and come across them, stumble across them and just like, add them to our list. Like, okay, we gotta take the people here next time. So yeah, a
Mm.
mixture of discovering them organically and people suggesting their worlds to us.
And out of curiosity, just because I'm curious now, you guys probably have like an ongoing list or something that you have like in your notepad somewhere where you're just writing
Yeah.
down world codes. Is that right? And I recommend that to
Exactly.
everybody. I mean, that's the way to go because the favorite
Yeah.
page is gonna build up, and I
That
know that's
favorite
gonna be a
page.
long time just rolling.
I know I got like
Exactly.
60 pages of favorites. Like it's so
Oh,
crazy.
I have 50, so I'm getting up
Yeah.
there. Now,
Yeah.
here's some other moments that you guys went to. Tell me, what do you have a favorite one, by the way, that stands out to you, like that you just went to that you're like, this time that we went on this tour was just so much fun. We went to this event.
Yeah. So my favorite is it's like I don't know the name. The name of it is in a different language. I think it's Spanish, but I'm not sure what it's called. But it's kind of theme. It's like an interstellar theme, and Interstellar is one of my favorite movies. And it's kind of like a
Mm,
journey we go on. It's like more of an interactive world. Like it's not so much of just some worlds you go into it's just like okay, we know we're here to party or we're here to like sit here and chill. But this world, you actually got to go through a maze. You actually got to go into a ship and it actually like flies you and you end up in another destination. Like it's
Yeah,
it's so
that's a nice
fun.
world.
That's one of my favorite worlds. Yes, and
yes,
all of our tour folks, they love it. They love that world too. So that's my favorite.
I love it. And you guys have really gone everywhere. I mean, I'm just looking at it. You guys even stopped by my events, like for example, the bottom right, right? That's the farewell
Yes.
community helper event. Club GVO, which we'll get into in just a second. You guys go to a lot. Now, these are all amazing. Now, tell me before we, move on to King Creations and all the amazing things you do,
Mhm.
King. Princess, who are some people that like help you and inspire you to continue doing these tours? Because it always says it's not like a one person. It takes a
Yeah.
village to get these things done, right? And I'm sure
Definitely.
there's people who are by your side who are helping you get it done. Is there
Yeah.
anybody that you want to just thank or just give a shout out to for being by your side?
Yes. Yes, definitely shout out to Gabby. He helps us with the tours. Gabby, Daytrice, Lacan, and
Yes.
Ravenous. They all help us on the tours because some of the worlds like we can only have like 30 people per world. So when we get a lot of people, like sometimes we get like over like 100 people for these tours.
Wow.
So they help us, like we break away. Like they take a few people, take 30 people, I take 30, and we just split up and they help us, do that. And also I want to give a shout out to Henna Honey because she helps us, like she photographs the tours for us and gets
Yes.
all the cool shots and stuff. So it looks really good and she helps us out a lot with that. So Henna Honey and her
I
photo
love it.
expertise.
And shout out
Thank
to
you so
DJ
much,
Settle
girl.
because we normally do an after party.
Yes.
Settle's a DJ. After the
DJ Settle
tour.
too.
Shout out
Yes.
to Subtle.
Yes.
Shout out to Henna Honey.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
guys. So yeah,
Always take
we couldn't
more
do
than,
it without them.
Absolutely.
Couldn't do it without them.
And that's what I love about like what you guys do is how it's for the community and it's by the community, right? I mean, you guys
Yes,
continuously
exactly.
involve everybody in what you do, right? And it's like a production. I mean, you just mentioned to me all these things that you're doing. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. And so I commend
It
you guys
is.
for doing that and having the organizational skills it takes to pull something like that off because it's really, really difficult
That's
for
her right
people who don't
there.
know.
She's super organized.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's why I
I
keep
Trello
her
board and
around.
everything. Yes, I can.
Yes, I
I'll try
love
to stay
it.
organized.
So that's a great quality to have. It really is. We need people who are organized.
Hey.
Now, King, going to you now. You've created King Creations, which is pretty much your service when it comes to building, right? You build worlds in this space. Tell me, when did you first get into building and why? Because I think a lot of times, we've had builders on this couch before. We've had Artsy, we've had Stover, we've had a lot of people, right? And the question I constantly ask them is why? Because, a lot of times people just get into building because everybody else is doing it. Other people really have that passion. They want to build. So what is your background when it comes to building? Why did you get into it?
Well, actually, it started from a game called No Man's Sky. I used to build in that all the time.
Mm.
And then when I discovered Altspace, I'm like, oh, you could build here too. You could build through the PC on No Man's Sky, bring worlds in and whatnot, create all types of things. So I'm like, when I found out you could do that here in Altspace, that's when I was like, oh, let me try to build some things over here.
Yes.
And just something I like to do. It's fun. Fun learning new tricks. Now able to like watch a video and understand exactly what they're talking about. Opposed to when I first started, like, what are they talking about?
Mhm. And you have a real talent for it too, because like it's not easy to build. It takes a lot of talent and creativity. And we're gonna take a look at some of your work here. Let's start off with the first one. Actually, let's just jump right in. Club GVO, your first build that you made here in Altspace.
Yeah, this is actually
Tell
one
me
of my
about
first builds.
first build. Tell me about first of all, what does GVO stand for? I think I know what it stands for, but tell everybody what it stands for, and then tell me about the process that it took to create this.
The GVO stands for Good Vibes Only.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like when I first started, like everybody had clubs. They wanted a club scene. I said, let me do my take on the club. And GVO is what I came up with.
Good vibes only.
It's crazy because
that.
looking at it now, like I see things that I could have done better, but this is when I was first learning. But it's still one of my babies.
Absolutely. Well, perfect that you said that because this was your baby. This is where you started, and now here's where you are, right? This is your newest build that you just dropped this week for your Patreon. It's amazing, you guys, and it really shows how far you've come, King. And I think we have another slide here as well that shows everybody, in detail when it comes to some of the things that you do, like the roof, for example. That's really creative. How do you come up with these ideas? Like, what inspires you to create these places?
You just try to do something different every time. Like every roof can't be straight. Some of them got to be disformed to make it look different. So it's just basically, sitting down, just coming up with some concepts, stuff that I would like to see.
Absolutely. And you don't only just build worlds as well, but I know Princess mentioned to me that you build kits. Like, for example, this is a really unique one that I saw. This is a Transformer kit that you made. So is it like you get inspired by, like, for example, movies that you see and stuff like that? Like, is that what inspired you to create this?
This is the type of stuff I used to build in No Man's Sky. So I was like, if I could do it there, I could build it here. Just built that for basically decoration. I don't know if y'all peeped that though on the right Transformer, right shoulder, Decepticon sign. That's like thousands of tiny little boxes. Make that symbol there.
It took you like how long? 3 days to do that?
Yeah, it took a while.
A long time.
And it just shows you
Decepticon
all the little
symbol.
details and things that you have to pay attention to when you're building. People don't like. Everybody is very detail oriented, like you, King. I could tell you got the organizational skills, Princess, and then you got the detail oriented skills, King, and it plays really well together.
Work good
Now,
together.
let's take a look. Absolutely. So we actually have some builds here for you, King. So we have a list of these builds. I want you to just tell me, if you have a name for it, tell me what the name is, and then tell me about, like, maybe you could say a sentence about why you created it, who you created it for, or what inspired it. Okay, so let's start off with this one. Do you have a name for this one?
I think this one here, not even sure. Is it Brick?
The Brick House 3.0. I have so many builds, sharing like that, like hundreds. So it's hard to keep up with the name.
Yes.
But
let's go through them.
this
Let's
is
see
Brick
what else
House
we got.
3.0.
We got Brick House. Got this one right here as well.
This is one of my favorites.
This is Deluxe Loft. This is just the bottom floor. It's actually the loft has
it's
a
3
loft.
levels. 3 levels.
Basketball court, swimming pool. Good place to hang out.
Wow. You said it's your favorite, Princess? Why is it your favorite?
Because King let me decorate it the way I wanted to. He gave me full control over like designing the inside. So it's like one of my favorites because I had full autonomy in there. So I love it.
I love it. And we're gonna get into some of your interior decorating skills because I know you got some skills there too. Now, I remember this one. I actually went to this event. You guys had a huge beach party, and it was so much fun. Everybody had jet skis.
Beach parties used to be fun.
Was this a birthday as well? It was a birthday party.
No, we just did like after parties, after the tour.
Yeah, did do a party. T-streams.
Oh yeah, we did do Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we did one party.
Yes.
Oh no, did Tara's party there too? Yeah, Tara's party was there.
Shout out to Tara.
Yeah, shout out Tara.
Love that.
Yeah, we did a birthday there, so it was a really popular spot.
Next one.
This
This
one
one
I
I
love that. It's
also
one of my
went to.
favorites,
Now
too.
these a couple of these I'm like, I remember. I went to this one too. Yes, actually, we have a picture together here at this club, I believe. Let's take a look. This one I remember
Yeah,
vividly.
there we go.
Now,
Yes.
Do you
So
have a
cute,
name for
too.
this one? Yes, I love this one. Have a name for
This
this
was
one?
the Intimate Vibes Loft.
Yes, intimate vibes. Yes.
I
This one
guess
actually
it's all
started
about the
off.
intimate vibes then.
Yes, it started off as it was a daytime. Remember, we started off like a light. It was a daytime loft, and then we turned it dark, and it just was amazing after we changed the lighting in it.
Yes. Now, speaking of like interior decorating, like we were talking about, now, Princess, you've got a lot of skills when it comes to interior decorating. Here's just some samples of what you've done. Now, I know for a lot of people, like I talk to Blue and other people all the time, it's like their calm moment, their time for them to just woosah, like relax. Is that what you feel when it comes to interior decorating? Is that why you got into it? Because it's just that moment for you to just be like free to do what you want and all that. And tell me about some of the things that you've decorated as well.
Yeah, so it's definitely in a place like I love doing it because it's so like relaxing and it's fun to do, and I do it in real in my real life. I love interior designing in my real life, and designing in the metaverse is fun because you don't have to pay anything. Like it's all free. You can just do it.
Exactly.
You don't have to spend any money. I can knock down a wall. It doesn't cost me thousands of dollars. So it's like just really fun. I can have full, freedom to do whatever I want and create whatever I want. And so some of the things I decorate is just mostly decorate our builds, and King he builds the worlds, lets me go in there and just crazy, and I love it. So it's been
Yeah.
really fun. I love doing it so much.
Now, one thing that you decorate, which I love, and you've actually posted a video of this on your Instagram, I believe, was the fish tank. Now, a lot of people don't
Oh
realize
yeah.
how much work goes into this fish tank, you guys.
Oh yeah.
You need to go back and watch this video. But literally every fish, every seaweed,
Uh-huh.
algae, I mean
Uh-huh.
everything you're placing hand by hand. Tell me about
And by hand.
like these fish tanks that you make. Why don't you guys just, because there's kits out there too, but you like specifically
Mhm.
creating the vibe when it comes to these different aquariums and things like that, right?
hmm Yeah, so I just, I love to look as realistic as possible. I like to
Yeah.
utilize our own kits that we create and a mixture of the community kits. So I bring them all together and, create art. And it's just, it comes out the way it is. I just try to make it look as real as possible. And that's how it turns out.
It's also the lighting
Love it.
that helps
Yep,
too.
the lighting does play a big factor. The lighting is really important, Notice that
Absolutely.
in builds
Especially
too.
when like you got Ryu bodies too. I got Ryu bodies. Like a big
Yeah.
part of it is to be able to, wear our bodies and look good in
hmm
that space, right? Sometimes we go into a world
Right.
and it's like dark completely. All of our outfits are like completely dark. So y'all, if you're working on a world, make sure you light it up so we can see our outfits
Right.
because that's really important to us. We spend a lot of money on these
Yeah,
outfits.
we want to show
I
these
love
outfits
it.
off.
Exactly. Now
hmm
let's jump right into now speaking of, decorating is your favorite thing to do, but one of my favorite builds that I saw that you sent to me was this
hmm
Pac-Man world. I love how futuristic it
Yeah.
is, and I think we have one more picture as well at some different angles. Tell me do you have a name for this one? What inspired this one? Because this one was my favorite one.
This
hmm
is like a cyberpunk type world. That's why the lights
Yes.
purple and greenish and yellow. So that's
Love it.
that's it's called small cyber. Yeah, small cyber. Got two apartments on it. Nice little block atmosphere. Stores all decorated. This picture actually doesn't do it any justice.
Mm.
Have to
Yes.
actually come check it
We
out.
got to see it in person. Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm
I'm
It's
sure the
amazing.
vibe is amazing there. Yes.
It is.
Now, King, I'm sure, like I told Princess earlier about people that's helped her with her chores and things like that. I'm sure you've had mentors along the way when it comes to building, learning how to create builds in here, bring them into Altspace. Tell me, is there anybody out there that you want to thank or just give a shout out to for, helping you pretty much teach you the way? Because everybody's had to learn from somebody, right? Um,
Oh yeah, of course, of
hmm
course. I want to give that shout out to Artsy. She's always been a person that will answer your questions and not even want anything
Yes.
in return. Like she's not a
mm,
hmm
gatekeeper of information,
hmm
I would say. And she's always
She's
willing.
amazing.
So anytime I had a question, I reached out to her and she was always
Mm-hmm.
helpful. And then there's
hmm
other people that you just, they might do something a little differently from you, like Miss Peeps, another
yes.
person.
Got
Or
some Miss
even
Peeps.
newer people, like people I just met. Like I give a shout out to my man Kip. Also, will
Yes.
answer your questions if need be. And so I try to be like that too. Somebody showed me, so if someone asks me a question, I try to help out as much as I can.
hmm
And I love what you
That's what I
just
love
said
about the
about like
community.
gatekeepers. Exactly,
hmm
about gatekeepers. Like don't gatekeep information because you had to get help from somebody else, right? So now you're providing
Exactly.
that same kind of help to other people, which I think is amazing. So
Right.
great job, and it warms my heart to know that you're helping other new builders out here because we're all in this together at the end of the day, which is the real message with everything that I do, at least in this space, is we're all together. So let's just help each other get to where we want to get to. So
Yeah.
absolutely. Now,
And
if
we're
people want to get
always.
a
I
hold of
just
you
want to say
guys,
this too.
yeah,
Sorry, but I just want to say,
go
like,
ahead.
we, as far as the gatekeeping, like,
Hmm.
everyone, if you know us, we have no issues. Like, anything you guys want to know, learn, just come and ask us, like come and talk to us. Like we're here to help the community. Like this is what we love. We're here because we love this place. So anybody want to learn anything from us, have any questions, whatever you see us on, don't hesitate to come to where we're at. We're always available. We're always on for help whenever you guys need. So just come and ask us.
And
Come
if you
talk
know
to
me,
us.
I'm gonna invite you.
King will
2 or 3
definitely invite
times.
you.
Like you must ain't see the first 2. Let me send one more.
King would definitely show you, like, you know, so you ain't got to worry about that. Yeah, so
That's so funny.
just wanted to say that.
Now, that's amazing. And for people who want to get a hold of you guys as well, you guys have Wakanda. So you guys have a Facebook group and you have a Discord. And that's a great way for people to conversate, meet new people, ask questions. Tell everybody what Wakanda is about and why'd you guys choose Wakanda, which I love the name because, you know, Black Panther love. We love Black Panther.
Right.
But tell me, what was it about the name that spoke to you that you chose that name for the group?
I'll let King answer that.
I don't know. Like it was several names that we, you know, thought of, but at the time that
Kinda
one
just
just
stuck.
seemed fitting.
Right.
You
Right.
know.
And, you know, we just wanted a space for like marginalized people to come and game together because, you know, it originally started, we played Township Tale. I don't know if you're familiar with Township Tale in the
Yes.
Metaverse, but
Mm-hmm.
as we played that game and the way that game is set up, you have to like go into different people's servers and, you know, play with them, or you can create your own server. And the servers we were going to were just, you know, crazy, just like a lot of racism, a lot of like children acting crazy, people throwing slurs out. So we like, you know, let's create our own space, you know, away from, you know, all the chaos. People can feel comfortable to come in and play and not be, you know, judged by their sex or their color, you know. So we created Wakanda, and then it started off just for that server, but then we expanded it to the rest of the metaverse. So all games in the metaverse, Altspace, VR chat, Horizon Worlds now. So we all can come and play together and Wakanda forever.
I love it. Such a fitting title. And you know, I always say this too, like I love Black Alt Spacers, but I also have to commend you guys as well because, you know, I post in Wakanda-Metaverse in the Facebook group all the time.
Yeah.
And you guys are so supportive of me, like being able to promote my stuff. You guys are also people that don't put up with the BS, you know, the negativity that comes with the space and social media. You know, you guys have great moderation and you on behalf of me and everybody else in the community for what you guys do because it really does go a long way. And having these kinds of groups that are conducive to positive behavior, I think is really important. You know, the groups that are out there about toxic stuff, like, you know, there's no place for that. But if you're going to be here to create a server for like Discord or a Facebook group that's about positivity, about gaming, about asking questions, learning, all these different things, you know, that's what I love. And that's what I commend you guys for doing. So continue to do Wakanda. I'm joining the server, y'all. Hope y'all join the server too in the Facebook group because you guys need to be a part of it. Yes. So tell me, before we wrap up, we've got a couple more questions left here. Now, what is in store for you guys in the future? What are you guys working on? What can we expect? Maybe I'll start with you first, Princess, and then we'll go to King.
Okay, well, I've been finally learning how to build and how to make furniture. So I'll be having a furniture collection coming out, so you guys can decorate and, you know, put them in your worlds and stuff. So it took me like 3 weeks to learn how to make a couch from scratch. So these, I just want y'all to know when these furniture kits come out, like it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make this. So I hope you guys will love it and appreciate it. And also, we have some courses coming out. I'm going to be doing virtual interior design courses. So to help people, I get a lot of people asking me, like, you know, how to design inside of Altspace, you know, and like I come up with my ideas. So I'm going to do a course and show people how I, you know, came up with my ideas and how, you know, I design everything and the colors together and my inspiration pieces and all that good stuff. I'll get all that information, all my secrets out in a course. So that's coming for me in the future.
Well, we can't wait to see all that. That's going to be amazing. And King, we also have your contact information as well. So if there's people out there that want to, you know, a build or look to get your services, tell everybody what's in store for you. What are you going to be making, cooking up these next couple of months?
I'm gonna start trying to expand like to different metaverses, horizons, and VR chat. I'm looking into VR chat a lot lately, so expect to
Facial.
build over there soon.
Yes. It's really important, y'all. Expanding into different metaverses because Altspace is not the only one. And I love it. So if you guys want to contact King and Princess, make sure you guys take a picture of that, or you can all contact them on the Wakanda-Metaverse Facebook group or on their server as well. You guys have Instagram as well, so people can reach out to you guys there. Now, before we let you guys go, I want to thank you guys again. Let's get one round of emojis, you guys, for African Princess King. I want to thank you guys again for coming out, answering these questions, and just teaching us a little bit more about what you guys do in this space, because we know a lot.
I'm sorry, I
just
couldn't hear the last. Oh, there we go.
No worries.
Okay, I can hear
Tell
you
me
now.
if y'all can hear me.
Sorry
Can y'all
about
hear
that.
me? No, you're good. You're good. No Altspace with the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you guys again for coming out. Now, before we let you go, though, we have a game. Now, as you guys probably know, I love this game, Sink or Swim. We're going to combine it a little bit. We're going to do a couples edition, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to test your knowledge to see how well you guys know each other. So in just a minute, we're going to have you guys each go up on a platform, and then I'll have questions for each of you that each of you answered, actually. I got your answers here. And then we're going to find out how well you guys know each other. So let's go have you guys take your spots. Come on over, you guys. All right.
Hey, I love a
Let's
good
see
game.
those hearts for the loveliest couple in Altspace.
Yes. All right. Get this going.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Okay.
Well, this is Sink or Swim Couples Edition. We've got King on one, we've got Princess on the other. The way it works is easy. If you get it right, stay dry. Okay, if you get it wrong, you're going to get a little bit closer to the dunk tank. Now, if you get 3 wrong, then you're getting fully submerged. All right? So try not to get 3 wrong. All right? Here we go. We're going to start off with, let's see. King, this question is for you. All right? If Princess could appear in one movie, which movie would it be?
Go ahead and get ready to get done, because I know you don't know this one.
I'm gonna have to say Interstellar.
Ooh. The Interstellar. No, it is not. It is Ready Player Me.
Ready Player
you are going
One,
down
yeah.
just a little
Ready
bit, King. All right, now we're going to you next, Princess. This question is for you. All right. If King could travel anywhere in the world, where would he go?
Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica. Let's see. Is it Jamaica? He said Japan. He's trying to go to Japan.
Why are you lying?
That buzzer is going off.
You talking about?
Yes.
He's lying. It's
Yeah, he wants
Jamaica,
to go to
y'all.
Japan. He
It's
wants to go to
Jamaica.
Japan. He can't help it. All right.
You ain't never
King,
told me that.
What? Y'all, this is stuff that they're learning about each other right now, real time.
I know,
all
right?
King, this one is for you. What is Princess's favorite cuisine to eat?
I'm gonna say
Should know this.
salmon.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you because she gave me that as a second answer. I put Italian,
Yeah.
but you also said salmon and potatoes, so I'll give it to you because salmon will give it to you. All right, so you did know
Lucky.
that one. Yes, you got away with that one. That wasn't a cuisine, though, King. That wasn't a cuisine.
I know, right?
Salmon's not a cuisine. All right. Okay, Princess, this question is for you. What is King's guilty pleasure? What does he love doing that he's just guilty about, y'all?
Ooh, a good question. Smoking.
Is that his guilty pleasure? Let's see what he said. He said candy and sweets. Y'all see him up in the pantry. Come on now. He's like Cookie Monster. Gotta keep that cookie jar tight. All right, Princess, we're getting you a little bit closer. All right, next one we're going to King. All right, King. What is Princess's pet peeve? What annoys her about people?
Dun, 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 dun.
Thinking.
That's when people don't talk to her.
When people don't talk to her. Is it when people don't talk to her? No, it's cigarettes.
You know, I don't care
her
about
pet
that.
peeve is people smoking cigarettes. So we're dropping you
Yeah, I
just a
should have
little
known.
bit
I
closer.
definitely should have
You
known.
should have
that
known
one.
that one.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, now
You
we're
would
throwing it
know.
back to you, King. Or we're throwing it back to you, Princess, next. What is King's most annoying habit?
Smoking.
Let's see. Is it
Okay.
smoking? Yes,
Yes.
it is. Smoking cigarettes. That is correct. Yeah, I love this trend of smoking. Like, Princess doesn't like it, but King, he can't help himself. All right.
He loves
Now,
smoking.
let's go to question number 7. King, this next one is for you. What is
Shit.
Princess's favorite quality about you? If you get this wrong, remember, this is your last one.
Ooh. My favorite
I
quality
want to
about you.
be. I want to be vulgar, so keep it.
So don't say that one. Don't say that one. The PG version.
This is the family show, y'all, but
Let me see. To say my ambition.
Your ambition. That's a good one. Let's see. What did Princess
That was a good
say?
one.
She said
That's
your
not it.
humor and your eyebrows, apparently.
Eyebrows.
So we are dunking you, King. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, well, Princess, you're not off the hook completely just yet. All right, we got one more question for you. See if you sink or swim. All right. What is King's favorite quality about you? See if you know that one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this is a good one. Quality. Okay, let's see quality. Ooh, okay. My
They're having a hard time with this one, you guys, because there's just too many to pick from.
No, it's I would say he loves my work ethic, my organization skills. Let's see, I'm gonna throw a whole bunch of them out there. My personality, my ambitions.
Everything out there. All right, we'll go with work and organization skills. All right, we'll go with that. He said your ambition and organization will take it. So yes, Princess, you are staying dry tonight. But you know what? We can't do that to you. You know this is the Tonight Show, right? So we're gonna get you dunked anyways, because that's the only way to get you down. Let's go ahead and dunk Princess now. Get her in the dunk tank. Yes. All right, let's get one round of emojis for them, you guys. Yes. Oh, yes. They know each other, y'all. They know each other.
I got my hair wet, y'all.
Back over here. Let's get you guys back on the couch for one more quick question for you guys. Come on back.
That was so fun.
Yes, and thank you guys for playing. I know people don't like to get wet on stage. I know it's hard. We didn't break a towel for you guys, but thank you guys for being good sports about it and playing along with us.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, this is the time of the show where we go over our closing thoughts and we just leave the audience with any last message or piece of advice that you guys have for them. So let's go ahead and just start with you first, King, and then we'll go to you next, African Princess. So, King, what are your closing thoughts or any last message that you have for the audience tonight?
Just want to say thanks everybody for coming out, supporting this show tonight. I see a bunch of my friends in the audience. Glad that y'all here. Yeah.
Yes, beautiful.
Yes. And African Princess, what about you? Do you have any closing thoughts for tonight?
I just want to say first, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it. I love what you've done with this show. You did an amazing job. So congratulations to you. I just want to say, everyone, continue to make this community great as it is. I hear rumors that, Altspace is closing, this and that. Even so, let's just have fun and ride this thing till the wheels fall out. Let's just in here. Let's be positive. Let's love each other. Support each other's endeavors. And just make Altspace as great as it is. Continue to make good things happen for this community. So that's all I want to say. And thank you guys for
Yes.
coming and supporting us. We love you guys, and we'll be here again hopefully next year. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get one more round of applause for African Princess and King. Yes. Thank you again so much. Thank you, thank you, thank
Sherwin.
you.
Mwah. Thank you so much for having us.
King. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, come on over. Let's get one more round of emojis, y'all. Yes.
Mwah. Mwah. Hey, Pinkalicious. Hey, girl. Hey, Sasha.
Yes.
Hey, Cat. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Hey, y'all. Mostef.
Yes.
Thank you guys for coming.
All right, let's get you backstage over here. On over, you guys. Yes, this will get you guys comfortable. Backstage right over here. All right. All right, y'all. Well, that is it for tonight. Let's get into our closing thoughts because, man, what a show tonight. I mean, we really have had an amazing run with this show, and I'm so happy to have African Princess and King be our final guests tonight. So let's get into it, Vad. What are your closing thoughts?
Well, first of all, about the show, I think one word describes it. It was lovely. And I tell you, my closing thought. I was listening to Princess and King, and they're amazing people. They're like very approachable. They're just great to hang out with. But one quality that they have that is just really, really rare to find these days is they're so very humble. And I was reading this poem the other day, and it's by Rumi, one of the Middle Eastern poets, and just says that yesterday I was clever, so I was trying to change the world. Today I am wise, I am changing myself. Be wise, my friend. Love you all. You're legendary.
Yes. Thank you for that, Vad. And I have to agree with you. I mean, one thing I learned from tonight is two things, actually. The first thing that I learned is never say never love in the metaverse. All right, because you may stumble upon somebody, things happen. You might go to the next club premiere, or you might pop up at Sasha's sexy couple movie night, or whatever it might be, and that might be your place that you find that someone that is the right person for you. I think that's what's so amazing about the metaverse is that we don't have a physical block where you have to be near each other or you have to be in the same city or any of that. The metaverse allows you to do this without having to be near each other, right? You could connect with people with just your Oculus, and it's real emotions. I mean, look what it evolved to for Princess and King. I mean, these are real relationships that are stemming from the metaverse out. And so never say never when it comes to finding someone in the metaverse. I also want to say exactly what she said about them, about how helping people is so important in this space. And I want to echo something that Princess just said about, Altspace ending and stuff, because we've heard these rumors this week. We haven't officially heard anything from Altspace or Microsoft, but, a lot of people are saying in the rumor mill, Altspace is closing and Altspace is closing, right? But we should never have that mindset right now. Like, we should have the mindset that it's been a great journey, that we've been able to accomplish so many things. There's still time for us to accomplish things that we want to accomplish. Like, that should be how we're looking at this. And even if it does go away, the relationships that you did build in here are not going away. I'll tell you guys right now, all the friends that I've made in this space, just if Altspace goes away, I'm not losing these friends. These are long time friends, people that mean a lot to me. So really focus these next couple of months on making these connections, these genuine connections with people, because whether or not we have this platform or not, these connections are going to go a long way. So shout out to all of you guys for coming out. We've got one more show left, you guys. Next Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, is my season finale. Yes, we're taking a look back at some of the guests that we've had on the show. I actually have some really amazing giveaways as well. So if you're here in the audience, you might win something, okay? So make sure you guys come out next Wednesday, 10 p.m. It's going to be an incredible season finale. Remember, it's season 1. All Space survives. We're coming back for season 2, y'all. It's not over yet, okay? All right. Now, I want to thank everybody again. I want to thank Blue Moon, Aussie Guy, City Girl, DJ Vad, Stovert, Soul G. I want to thank my guests again, African Princess and King. I want to thank all my moderators who are here tonight. Sasha, Kitty Cat, people who are stepping up and helping out. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to everyone in the audience. We love you, and we'll see you guys next time. Mwah. Thank you, guys.
Stay behind so we can take that group picture. Show it up on Instagram.